To the situation in China and the race by officials there to contain the spread of COVID-19. Residents in the key port city of Tianjin have that's just 30 minutes outside of the capital of Beijing, facing new restrictions as authorities there trying to stop that new Omicron outbreak that could further disrupt the global supply chain. The new measures being implemented, of course, just weeks now before the Winter Olympics kick off. And Eunice Yoon joins us this morning from Beijing. Eunice.
Thanks, Andrew. Well, vaccination centers like the one behind me have been urging residents to get their shots with the Omicron outbreak only 30 minutes away from here. Now, this is what we know so far. 2 confirmed Omicron cases, 39 suspected in the port city of Tianjin, 2 in the central city of Anyang linked to Tianjin. And Anyang is in an area of the country where there are a lot of electronics made, including iPhones. What we don't know is the source and how long Omicron has been circulating in the community. The authorities say that the cases that they found are 3 generation, which means that they've been jumping human to human for at least 2 rounds. Now, the folks on social media have been dubbing Tianjin as the front line in China's battle against Omicron. 14 million people are being tested, and that's supposed to finish by 12 o'clock midnight tonight, so just in a couple of hours. 76,000 people have been quarantined. Buses and flights have been canceled. A lot of travel outside of the city to get out have been suspended. Authorities are also requiring that residents obtain permits from their employers or community organizers before they're allowed to leave. Tianjin Port itself says that so far operations are normal. It's been ramping up testing for its workers, but HSBC recently warned that Omicron could become the, quote, mother of all supply chain stumbles, with Omicron so infectious, really testing Beijing's zero COVID approach. Becky?
Hey, Eunice, real quick, how are they going to handle the Olympics? What's the approach going to be if there is going to be a zero tolerance policy effectively? How is that going to work when they have people coming from all over the world? Are they going to quarantine when they get there? What are they going to do when they find cases? It's obviously complicated.
Right. And President Xi Jinping has made it very clear that he wants these Olympics to go off without a hitch as much as possible, despite the pandemic, and that the tight controls are going to stay. In terms of the athletes or journalists who would be coming here, either you have to be vaccinated and fully vaccinated, they'd said, about 14 days before you come to the country. And then if you're not vaccinated, you have to quarantine in a government center for 21 days. And also, they just unveiled some quite onerous restrictions for the general public as well. At the events, you are not allowed you're only allowed to clap. You're not allowed to actually shout and cheer for your favorite athlete. And also, they said that if an athlete is in one of the Olympic shuttles that's attached to the closed loop system to kind of cut off a lot of the athletes and the journalists from the rest of the population. If you happen to see them get into a roadside accident, you're not allowed to help.